My name is Senator Doshi, and I'm speaking for the first time today. Judges, PL, speak to me now when you're ready. Today, we are here to discuss whether or not to repeal the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. I affirm this resolution to repeal the Second Amendment because having a gun in a household increases your chance of dying by it, the amount of handguns, death handguns cause, and the fact that guns are rarely used as self-defense. To begin, having a gun in the household itself increases your chances that you will die from it. People with guns at home have a greater chance of dying from a homicide in the home, almost double, says the New England Journal of Medicine. Suicide rate was tripled in households carrying guns, and the risk of dying from a firearm homicide increased as well, all of which were especially apparent amongst youth. And according to PolitiFact, President Obama stated that Americans are 20 times as likely to die from gun violence in comparison to other civilized countries. Next, gun violence is ever present and prevailing. The number of gun deaths since 1968, including both homicides and suicides, was higher than war fatalities by roughly 120,000 deaths, or almost 4 years worth of gun deaths in the United States. This statistic from PunditFact also mentioned that a significantly higher estimate was used for the deaths in the Civil War. In addition, Adam Winkler from UCLA argued that, and I quote, rifles account for only about 3% of criminal gun deaths. Gun crime in the United States, including most mass shootings, is overwhelmingly handgun crime. This is approximately 89 Americans are killed daily due to handgun violence, a number which must be decreased. Lastly, handguns which are at home are rarely effective as protection. The New England Journal of Medicine said that they do not find any evidence of a protective effect of keeping a gun in the home, even in the small incidents where a victim, even in a small subgroup of cases which involved forced entry. A recent study from the Journal of Preventive Medicine added that in incidents where a victim used a gun in self-defense, the likelihood of suffering an injury was 10.9%. Had the victim taken no action at all, the risk of injury was virtually identical, 11%. All in all, I strongly urge you to vote in affirmation of this resolution because of the increased death rates, the undeniable amount of criminal gun death, and the ineffectiveness of handguns as safety. Thank you, and I'm now open for questions.
Okay, that was a speech of 3 minutes, 1 second. Questions?
Senator, do you really think this is actually a good step forward? Because in some religions, it is killing animals is one of you know what
He's
I mean.
not debating the animal topic.
I know, but because it requires a gun to kill them, and the Second Amendment, you're basically stating that we should stop all guns owned. So do you think we should stop giving guns to these people because these people, it's in their religion, so we can't inflict on that?
I don't know of any religion that requires you to kill animals.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the question, Senator. Okay, so Fahad?
Senator, isn't it likely that a person can still purchase a handgun from the black market?
Yes, despite the fact that the black market is still available for people, this will significantly decrease the amount of people which have an availability for guns, and therefore enhance better society.
Okay, Alekia?
Senator, you say that handguns are increasing the chance of homicide and suicide inside the house. But if a person was inside that emotional state to actually want to commit suicide or homicide, don't you just believe that they could find any other ways? Because there are many ways to commit suicide, such as a knife. So what makes you think that it's only guns that will allow you to kill yourself?
Well, I'm not saying that it's only guns, but this amendment is specifically about handguns for people. And suicide rate was tripled in households carrying guns. So,
All right, Arvind.
See, you must understand, when you were talking about crime, the people who actually carry out these crimes do not follow the law at all. So why is it that we're going to create a law that takes away guns from law-abiding citizens when these people who are doing the who are creating these homicides, who are killing themselves, do not follow the law at all?
well, I believe, as I mentioned in my speech, these handguns are rarely effective as protection. So even if we deny the right of U.S. citizens to have a gun, it will not have a significant impact on what happens. It will most likely decrease the amount of gun deaths from suicide and homicide.